I want more digital stories to be embedded in education, advocacy, and research efforts in Canada and internationally. But I want to make sure all of the stakeholders, especially the people telling the stories, understand what they're getting into. What you will hear today is the voiceover script for a digital story. I've included some images, but I want to be clear that this is not a digital story. I became Kane's mom on November 22nd, 2012. He was born 8 weeks early with medical complications. I didn't know it yet, but this was the moment I became an advocate. Becoming Kane's mom also led me to digital storytelling. I belong to a collective of facilitators called Common Language DST. We help individuals and organizations create digital stories, always keeping ethics and storyteller well being at the heart of the process. A digital story is both a process and a product. It's a short 2 to 4 minute film, a co created piece that blends voiceover narration, personal images, and video editing techniques to share a meaningful moment in a person's life. There are a few key things to know as you're embarking on this type of a project. Digital storytelling is facilitated and co creative. Trained facilitators support participants through the process, and storytellers are in control of every creative decision. It's built on an ethical framework focused on storyteller well being. And digital storytelling has a form, but not a formula. Each project is unique, shaped by the people and the purpose, be it education, advocacy, research, or therapeutic intent. When working one on one or in workshops with storytellers, the process unfolds over 4 phases. First, we find the story. We focus in on those meaningful moments that matter most to the story the storyteller wants to share. Then it's time to tell the story, writing a 200 to 400 word script, imagining visuals, and refining the message. Next, we craft the story together, recording their voice, selecting images and video clips, adding music, and editing everything together. And finally, the story is shared with an audience. It could be one other person, a group, or a community, depending on the project's purpose and the storyteller's wishes. From start to finish, storytellers can expect to spend 16 to 20 hours of their time spread across several sessions of reflection, writing, and creative collaboration. If you were the person who captured this family image for us, you made choices about what to include and what to leave out. If you'd panned the room, you would have seen equipment and people everywhere. You would have recognized just how much planning was required for this moment. Each digital story project begins with a plan. Why are we telling a story? Who is this for? Who are the stakeholders and the audience? How will it be shared? And most importantly, how do we care for the storyteller throughout the entire process? As a facilitator, a service provider, I don't own the stories I help create. The storytellers do. Because stories are not commodities, they're invitations. Invitations to have conversations and to learn from others' lived and living experience. So, what are you left wondering about digital storytelling? Watch a few of the digital stories I've co created so you have a sense of what it is. And join me for an intro session to find out if digital storytelling is a fit for you and your project.